You gotta
Probably
go
do,
live?
yeah,
All right. I just walk and they're going to cue everything when I stand up?
correct. Yep.
All
Just get up.
Here we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 USC Games Expo. The first time we're back on campus since 2019. Our students have done incredible work. You're going to see it today, tonight, the rest of the evening. They're going to do their thing in here now. You're going to see presentations of some of our key games from the Advanced Games Project, which includes MFA students as well as undergrads. And they're all part of the USC Games program, which is a joint program between the USC Viterbi School of Engineering and our School of Cinematic Arts. This is a powerful program because of collaboration. Collaboration is the word, and everything we work towards around here is working together. And here we work together between two schools, and you're going to see the amazing work that comes out of our students who are engineers, artists, designers, writers, musicians. Games involve all kinds of talent and all kinds of participation. And before we get started, I want to acknowledge, this is the 20th anniversary of the Interactive Media and Games Division in the School of Cinematic Arts. And I would like to introduce, just have her stand up for a second, Tracy Fullerton, my predecessor, whose wonderful work includes the fact that 50% or more of our students are female, and that really, I credit Tracy with that pioneering venture here at USC that we inherited and we've been building on top of. Thank you, Tracy. Now, to get things started, we have what we used to call a word from our sponsor, but we have a message from Jim Yang of HoyoVerse that I'd like to present.
Dear guests, esteemed faculty, and fellow gaming students, my name is Jim Yang, and I'm the president of HoyoVerse. I'm honored to be virtually present and delighted to see the annual USC Games Expo Day return to the in-person format this year. Congratulations, you made it. At HoyoVerse, we strive to create an immersive virtual world experience for our global community and to really push the boundary of imagination. And we are grateful that multiple HoyoVerse gaming titles have been well received by our fans around the world, such as Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Honkai Impact III, and Tears of Venus. Back in 2011, 3 graduate students began game development in a university dormitory because of their faith and enthusiasm for ACG culture. This is where the story of the company begins. They share the same joy, dream, and challenges as indie game developers, like many of you here today. As a result, we feel a responsibility to support the indie developer community and are committed to nurturing the next generation of talent. This year, we're proud to partner with the prestigious USC Games program to present the 7th annual USC Games Expo, which not only gives tomorrow's gaming talent the great chance to network and learn from one another, but also recognizes and celebrates their accomplishments today. Due to a scheduling conflict, I'm unable to join you all today to see the upcoming games and promising developers. Please allow me to express, on behalf of HoyoVerse, how honored we are to be a part of this event and your future journey. Thank you for your passion, and together, let's continue to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Thank you, Jim. And now we have a word from Ryan McCarthy of HoyoVerse. Welcome, Ryan.
Hi. Oh, we're going to do a handshake? Yeah. Another word from our sponsors. My name is Ryan McCarthy, and I'm the HR business partner for the HoyoVerse team in North America. And I'd just like to start by saying thank you to the USC Game program over here in the light. Okay. That's okay. this USC Game program is a program that shares our value of supporting indie developers and nurturing talent. And so on behalf of HoyoVerse, thank you, and we're very happy and honored to be here. As Jim mentioned in the video, at HoyoVerse we have an amazing team of artists, developers, programmers. In fact, some of them, they work not very far from here, and they're working on creating these incredible virtual worlds that delight millions of people all over the world. And what's kind of interesting to think about is all that started on a college campus. That was just 3 friends that had a passion and wanted to do something different. So in that regard, I hope today we can be reminded of the amazing potential excuse me, that exists within our community. So thank you, and I think we have a little video that shows what exactly can start on a college campus. So thank you.
But I forgot what I do after that. Then you introduce Chevy.
Thank you, HoyoVerse. So now I want to introduce a friend of mine from Microsoft Game Studios. And what is really interesting and amazing about this relationship is that I really respected the fact that they assigned one executive to USC Games, which has built an incredible relationship of ours with Microsoft Game Studios. I'd like to introduce my friend, Matt Booty.
Hi, hello. As Danny said, I'm Matt Booty, the head of Xbox Game Studios. I have the privilege of working with and looking after game teams up in Redmond and around the world, games like Minecraft, Halo, Flight Simulator, Age of Empires. It is a real privilege and honor to be here with you today, just to be around the energy, the passion, the excitement that you've got, and just thank you for taking the time earlier to show the games and give us a chance to see what you're working on. Our industry needs new voices. It needs more voices. It needs new voices, diverse voices, young voices. It needs new ideas. And it is so encouraging and so exciting to see the talent that is out there that is ready to come into our industry. So on behalf of Microsoft, Xbox, the whole games industry, just thank you for your enthusiasm, the work that you've put in so far to get where you are, and all the passion and craft that you can see coming through the games that you've made. I love video games because they are, to me, the intersection of technology and art. You know, Danny was talking about collaboration. My background, undergrad degree in electrical engineering, computer engineering. I have a Master of Fine Arts degree in theater. And people will say, what could you have learned in theater that helps making games? I'll tell you, theater is about collaboration. It is about people that build scenery and do lighting and do audio and music and acting and writing and sets. That is absolutely the same in games. It's very rare that you'll see a game made by one person. And games, even if a game is made by one person, once that game becomes played, it becomes a game that is made in partnership with a community and made in partnership with the players. So games at its heart is about collaboration, which is one of the things that I love. I also love, and I saw this so on display today, I think games are unique as an art form where everyone who works on a game, something about that person will come through to the screen in the end. you will be able to look at a game that you make, whether it's with 5 people, 50 people, 500 people, and point to a pixel, point to things that you made, and say, there's a part of me that's showing up on the screen there. And I love that. I love that games can be made by these huge teams, these amazingly huge projects that just sort of are mind-boggling sometimes, but yet the individual's personality, their craft, their art comes through all the way to the screen. As you sit here sort of at a milestone, completing a year, completing these amazing projects, I thought that I would go back. It reminds me of back earlier when I started. I've only ever worked in games. I came right out of university, went to go work at Midway Games in Chicago in 1991, quite a while ago. And I thought that I would kind of reach back and share some gems of advice that people gave me, and maybe I can take some gems from my past and give those to you that you can take forward. So I'm just going to run through some things that have stuck with me as bits of advice along the way. The first was from a professor of mine in grad school, a man named Richard Thomas, and he said to me, always think about the art in yourself rather than yourself in the art. It's easy to get caught up in the trappings of things. It's easy to get caught up in an industry, but stay true to that thing that you want to make. Stay true to the idea that you've got that's like dying to get out of you, that thing that you just want to get on screen. Stay true to the art in yourself, even though you can easily get lost yourself in the art. The next was from legendary game designer Eugene Jarvis, who I was very fortunate to work with on a driving game called Cruisin' USA a long time ago, the game that's got some code of mine in it. Eugene was the creator of Robotron, if any of you know that game. Eugene would say a great thing to me. He would say, you know how you've got a great game? People tell you you're making a great game. And to me, what I take that forward to mean is you've got to get feedback on what you're making. Games are iterative. They take input. They take feedback. And Eugene, he was giving me this advice because I was working on a game that actually was not that great at the time. And Eugene was asking me to say, hey, are people stopping by your office and saying that's pretty cool? Because if they're not, what you've got might not be that cool. So it's a good reminder. Look for feedback. Look for community. The other great bit of advice I got from someone I was also very fortunate to work with, Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat. It's crazy to think that Mortal Kombat 12 is going to be coming out here pretty soon, but Ed used to say to me, as we would be kind of working and thinking about what we were trying to get done, he would say, always give your bosses what they need, which might not be what they want. And his point is that sometimes it's easy for a lot of business and things to get wrapped up in the business of games, but at the end of the day, our job is to deliver a great game, because a great game will get you through a lot of problems. It'll get you through a lot of things and other problems that you're trying to solve. So Ed would always say, give them what they need, might not always be what they want. Another guy I got to work with was Mark Trammell. Has anybody ever heard of NBA Jam? Mark was the creator of NBA Jam. Mark used to say that a game is 100 decisions a day. That's how you make a game. 100 decisions a day. And I think all of you, having worked on these projects for a year, will say that you spent a bunch of time going over and over things, making tiny little decisions. Should that be fast, slow, bright, dark? Is that a 7.1, a 7.4? And Mark's point is that in games, those details matter. You've got to sweat the details. Another one a little bit more recent is a guy that I get to work with at In Exile Entertainment down the road in Irvine, Brian Fargo, who leads In Exile, the Wasteland franchise. And Brian's got this great phrase, embrace the chaos. And I think you all, I am blown away today talking to all of you, hearing about how many people are on your teams and how you're able to orchestrate all these people that are volunteering from other countries and other companies and other schools. I'm here with some folks that I get to work with, and we were sort of joking like, these teams are bigger than some of the teams we have, right? I mean, this is like, so kudos to you for embracing the chaos and kind of leaning in. Another one that I want to hit is actually from my boss, Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox. And Phil will always remind us that trying new things takes conviction. You're going to try some new things. We saw some cool new stuff here today. A long, long time ago, I was leading the team that was bringing a game called World of Tanks to Xbox. And this was the very first free-to-play game to come to console. I was getting emails internally, people stopping by my office, If you bring free-to-play to console, you are going to ruin the industry. You will destroy Xbox. How can you possibly bring a free-to-play game called World of Tanks to Xbox? No one will ever pay for a game again, ever. This is I still have some of these emails. Here we are, I think 15 or 12 some years later. Turns out games like Fortnite are doing just fine. That free-to-play did not kill the console industry. But at the time, it took conviction to stick with that. And Phil was behind that the whole way. And trying new things takes conviction. The last one here that I've got, I had the opportunity recently to talk to an executive at Universal Music, a guy named Ben Facey. And he shared something with me. I was talking to him about the transition that the music industry went through, where they went from the world of selling records and selling CDs to the world of Spotify and streaming, and all of the changes that happened underneath around how artists get paid and what albums look like and just how it all works. And he said the thing that got him through all that and got to the place today where musicians and labels and streaming services have kind of got a pretty good thing going. He said it is so important for you to look after your artists and protect your art. And that is something that I will leave with you all as a charge to take forward as you move into the beginnings of your careers, as you become leaders in games, studio heads, franchise heads, company heads, is look after your artists and protect your art. And your art is games. And it's not so much the case right now, but certainly in the time that I've been making games, games have come under attack, right? Games will get blamed for things, they'll be misunderstood, and it is important during those times that we protect our art. So again, I'll leave you with the charge to look after your artists, and that's everyone. An artist is everything from a coder to a designer to a producer to a 2D artist to a 3D artist to a songwriter to a writer. It's the whole art of games, and then protect the art. The last little bit, what I'll share for me, what's been true, is I've had the privilege of, again, being able to work with some amazing game designers, be parts of studios that have shipped amazing games. And in the end, what I value most is the people that I've been able to meet, the relationships that have been built. And I think the legacy that we all leave is the legacy of future game creators that we are able to bring into the fold, welcome into our craft, and set them on to our own career. So congratulations on hitting the end of this year. Congratulations on the amazing projects that we saw. Thank you so much for taking the time to put that together and show them to us, and we look forward to seeing more. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt. I know on behalf of all of our students and our faculty, we really appreciate you and your team coming down and to the show today and experiencing a lot of our games. Now, for what we've all been waiting for and why we're here are the games themselves built by the students of USC Games in 2023. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up our first game director, Jebby, who's going to present Grandma Green on behalf of her entire team. Come on up. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm Jebby, the creative director of Grandma Green. Our game is a virtual pet and guarding simulation game in which you play a lonely grandma whose magic green thumb causes her to grow sentient fruit, flower, and vegetable golems. Use breeding mechanics inspired by Mendelian inheritance to raise your dream garden. Grandma Green was inspired by my mom, and it's Mother's Day soon, so happy Mother's Day to her. So yes, let's play the gameplay footage, please. Thank you.
At an impressive 4 feet and 10 inches, Grandma can, but will not kick your butt. She possesses a warm and spunky spirit despite all the hardships she has endured. One day, Grandma decides to uproot her life and move to Hickory Hollow, where she can finally achieve her dream of raising a beautiful garden. Golems are little plant guardians born from a gardener's tender love and care. Each golem has a distinct personality and a story arc that centers on a common challenge that many older people face. There are 6 golems. Tulip is a sweet and earnest flower. Her story deals with declining health and fitness. Crocus, an anxious artist. Her theme is regrets and lost opportunities. Cotton is a dreamy and curious guy whose theme is coping with memory loss. Turnip is grumpy, but secretly soft-hearted. His story is about difficulties in making connections. Silly and Excitable Pumpkin's story is about spontaneity and mindfulness. Apple, who is outspoken and affable, deals with changes in physical appearance. Grandma can also go into town and form relationships with Phoebe and Isaac, the shopkeepers. They also have their own stories as well. Phoebe has given up on finding love until she meets Grandma. The theme of their story is about finding love after loss. Isaac is an awkward teenager, and his story is about forming intergenerational friendships. Our goal is to write authentic characters with relatable struggles and endearing personalities. Our golems encourage each other to be kind and loving, which we hope inspires players to do the same. The core game loop involves planting, raising plants and golems, and crossbreeding. Players can also explore gameplay features such as completing tasks, shopping, and customizing their garden. All plants undergo 3 growth stages. A plant needs time and water to grow from one stage to the next. The amount of time required varies for each species, and plants will wilt and die without water. Plants also fall into 3 categories: flowers, vegetables, and fruits. Each of them has 2 variable traits. The first trait is size, which they all share, and the second trait is category specific. For flowers, it's color, vegetables, shape, and fruit, variety. When a player harvests a plant, they may attain a new crossbred seed. The new seed is the offspring of the harvested plant in one of the plants nearby. Crossbreeding mechanics are based on a simplified version of Mendelian inheritance. Cultivision is a portmanteau of cultivation and vision. This mode allows players to see a plant's genotype, growth time, breeding candidates, and potential seed offspring using Punnett squares. A player's collection book records the plants they've grown, friends they've made, and achievements they've earned. Players can check the bulletin board in the town plaza to see their daily tasks and competitions. These range in difficulties and rewards. Visit the plant shop or decor shop to buy plant seeds, decor items, and garden extensions, or sell items. Our artists worked very hard to create hundreds of unique drawings. With their purchased decor items, players can decorate their garden however they like. Grandma Green also has accessibility features such as referenceable tutorials, intuitive user interface, and colorblind modes. Next up is our trailer. All right, thank you so much. We welcome you to come try Grandma Green at the Fox Stage 4 or meet some of my amazing teammates. And you can also download our app on the App Store. And next up is Rocco with Blindsight.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Hello there, my name is Rocco Wu, and I'm the director of Blindsight, War of the Wardens, an action-adventure game where you play as Iggy Yin, a blind martial artist with extraordinary echolocation abilities. Join him as he retrieves a stolen family heirloom that may bring destruction to the universe and threaten the lives of all he loved. Let's play the trailer.
when the world was created, the gods put their powers into 5 relics that would maintain balance. 5 families were tasked with protecting these relics, called the Wardens of Vitality. For centuries, the Wardens lived in harmony. Until now. I'm going after them.
Stop him!
Open your ears. You might learn something. Let's even the playing field! Didn't see that coming, did you?
Time to rough this guy up.
I can't turn back now.
Thank you so much. Come find us at the SCA Gallery to play the game and also wishlist us on Steam. Next, I would love to introduce Ingram as he takes you to a far place, Neon City.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ingram Mao, and as the creative director, I'm very excited today to show our demo. So, what is Neon City? A game that combines the charm of wooden block toys with the latest hand tracking technology. In this experience, you can both create and explore your own digital city in 360 degrees. It's perfect for fans of city building games and traditional toys alike. This city you see on the screen can be built by any player within 30 minutes of gameplay. And we invite you to come build your own retrowave metropolis at our booth in Fox Stage 4. It is also now available on the Oculus Rift store for anyone to experience at their home for free. So, without further ado, let's take a glimpse at what building Neon City feels like. Accompanied by a quirky TV bot assistant, the player enters a vast plot of empty land waiting for them to build their own dream city. This city is meant to be built with your hands, as our building mechanic brings the magic to your fingertips. In this experience, you'll feel the nostalgic excitement of grabbing wooden blocks with your real hands. Meanwhile, Neon City is more than just a physical toy. As buildings erect and change in real time, the dream of what lies beyond those abstract wooden blocks can now become a digital reality. This vibrant vaporwave world is beyond pretty models and empty shells. Your design will shape how the citizens adapt to their city, as citizens in Neon City have different wants and needs. It also encourages you to try out different urban layouts, as it rewards experimentation with the ability to unlock unique building blocks. With 9 distinct landmarks and 12 different building blocks, Neon City empowers you to unleash your creativity and create and design a metropolis that's truly one of a kind. It also offers something that no screen-based video games can achieve: the thrill of exploring your city in VR in a breathtaking one-to-one scale. Dance in the middle of a street, admire handiwork, and interact with your virtual environment like ever before. With a captivating aesthetic that combines nostalgia with futuristic elements, immerse yourself in your own digital metropolis with flying cars, quirky crowds, and glittering neon signs. This is the ultimate immersive experience for any city building enthusiast. But remember, Neon City's prosperity is entirely on your hands. If you are ready to build a VR metropolis with a retro wave twist, join us in Neon City, where the magic happens right in your hands. Thanks to our talented development team, after a year of hard work, today we are offering 2 VR stations at the Foxtown stage, and you can try our demo for free on the Oculus Rift store. Thank you very much, and here's another glimpse of Neon City with our release trailer.
Hello everyone, my name is Howard Huo, and I'm the director of Machine Hearts. Are you a fan of Ghost in the Shell or Blade Runners? Or perhaps you're into post-apocalyptic games like Nier Automata? I see some nods here, it's good. So, if so, then I've got a game for you next. Introducing Machine Hearts, a 2.5D puzzle adventure game with 2 interconnected storylines. You play as a defiant scientist and the sentient robots in 2 distinct timelines. You jump between timelines, gather clues, and uncovered a striking scheme to upload all humans into computers. Now let's take a look at our trailers.
I can't believe it's gotten to this point. People turning their back on reality.
Cause of malfunction. Self-termination.
Avis, Ronatech is after you. You need to get rid of them fast.
Now that you're here, you can set everyone free. Bring them back.
I hope you enjoy our trailer, and please drop by our stations in the SEA Gallery and play our game live. Thank you so much. And next up, let's welcome David and his game Bloompunch.
Thank you, Howard. And thank you everyone for being here. My name is David Jang, and I am the game director of Bloompunch. Bloompunch is a first-person shooter roguelike set in a luscious world of sentient plant life, where we must grow a living arsenal of weaponry in order to fight back against an invasive technological corruption. Battle through waves of enemies as you destroy the very invention that you created. The game features fast-paced first-person shooter gameplay, along with a deep progression system that allows you to customize your playstyle and play the way you would like. Why don't we take a look at some gameplay? So here you can see this is one of the earlier waves of the game. The game features multiple waves of enemies that the player can fight through. Each wave has an objective that you must complete before moving on to the next one. As it is early in the game, the player only has 2 abilities equipped, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. Every ability has a wither meter that the player must upkeep. The wither meter drains over time, and once it reaches 0, the ability dies. To do so, you must complete the ability's regrowth condition. Each ability has a unique regrowth condition, making it so that as you play through the game and unlock new abilities, you need to balance out which abilities you decide to upgrade and keep. Here you can see an example of when a player finishes a wave. They're presented with the screen of rewards. Here, the player equipped an ability and 2 passives onto an existing ability. When you equip existing passives onto existing abilities, the ability becomes hard to upkeep while your weapon gets stronger. Our narrative is told through a series of comic book style panels. The game follows an inventor after his invention has been overused and corrupted, and now is spreading through the forest, and it is your job to tear it out. At the beginning of the game, the player starts with a default assault rifle style weapon, but later in the game, you may customize it to whatever archetype you wish. Let's skip forward a little bit in the gameplay. So currently you can see this is a later wave of the game. Your abilities have more passives attached to them, and the wither meters are draining faster, making it harder to keep them alive. Your weapon has also changed into a fast-firing shotgun-style weapon. Here you can see some of the abilities being used. The one being used just there was called Sun Laser. It summons a giant ray of sunlight down on your enemies to deal damage. Our abilities range from strategic abilities to defensive abilities to movement to pure damaging abilities. The game also features a wide array of enemies. Currently, the player is attacking an enemy called a Hiveback, which is a stationary, high-health enemy that spawns chasers that chase after you and explode. Here you can see an example of the player optimizing their build later into the game to more of an archetype that they would like to see. Here, the player chose to increase the number of bullets they shoot, increase their clip size, and increase their fire rate, turning this into a kind of SMG shotgun hybrid. At the end of waves, the player must break these corrupted vials to weaken the engine attached to the heart of the forest. After breaking all the vials, the player is able to attack the engine directly and free this section of the forest from the corruption. Here we can see, after attaching those new passives, the player weapon has changed and morphed into a fast-firing shotgun weapon. Due to the free-flowing nature of Bloompunk's progression system, you can create different weapon archetypes that are not traditionally seen in FPS games. Anything ranging from far-shooting, high-damage sniper rifles to miniguns to anything you can think of. The game also features a fast-paced movement system featuring sprinting, sliding, gliding through the air, flying, and also new features that you unlock through abilities. To best play Bloompunk, you must find a balance between power and efficiency, upgrading your weapon and abilities while also keeping them alive. Here you can see the player use another one of the abilities in the game. That was Petal Rockets. It sends out a swarm of exploding flower petals to deal damage to enemies. The game takes place in a luscious rainforest canyon. That was our gameplay, and next is our trailer. also want to thank my amazing team for the work that they put in this year. Next up is Jenny with Bomb Buddies.
Thank you, David. So, hi everybody, my name is Jenny Jiang, and I'm the creative director of Bomb Buddies. Bomb Buddies is a 2-player co-op party game developed for the iOS platforms where players have to play through a series of AR or augmented reality minigames to stop a hacker from releasing a series of bombs on them and destroying their reputation. And so here's our game trailer.
One, two, three, four. So if you're ready for some explosive fun, head over to SCA Gallery to check out our game or watch out for our game launch on the App Store. And next up, we have Coco with Birds Aren't Real.
Hello. I have a very serious question for all of you here today. Who here thinks that birds are real? Well, if you think they are, you'd be wrong. At least in our game. Hi, my name is Coco Zhang. I am the creative director of Birds Aren't Real, one of the 10 AGP projects on Showcase today. What is Birds Aren't Real? Well, Birds Aren't Real is a 3D sandbox game with a comic twist, based, of course, on the real-life satirical conspiracy theory. Play as a government surveillance pigeon drone using sneaky maneuvers and creative thinking to manipulate the citizens and gain an edge as you prevent them from revealing your government's secret operations. Right now, let's get some gameplay footage up for you. So just to give you guys a bit of background for some of you who might not know what is going on with Birds Aren't Real, we've included our entire intro cutscene for y'all. It details the storied history of your organization as it has influenced American history over the past several hundred years. However, conspiracies have begun to emerge. You are an agent tasked with quashing the rumors in the town of Galena. However, one of the conspiracists has struck you with a rock. You have fallen to the ground. All seems to be lost. And yet, as the dust clears, you hear a voice. It's your bird boss. He encourages you to stand back up, to resume your mission and fight for your cause. You, emboldened by his words, put yourself back together. Let's get a diagnostic check done. Anyway, so as the story goes in our game, the incumbent mayor is a dangerous threat to your birdly operations. The town is preparing for his re-election, but you must throw a wrench in their plans. You can see here, perhaps by popping balloons, or tearing down streamers, ripping off posters. Your mission takes the form of several quests given by Bird Boss, which have you exploring all around town, wreaking havoc and causing chaos among the townsfolk. Observe. As a reward, you unlock funky fresh hats, usually related to the quest you've just completed. Being a couple townsfolk in the head with buckets, receive a hard hat as a reward. Now, up here is one of my personal favorite parts of our game, the spray can. Now, the humble spray can be used for mission-related things, such as vandalizing propaganda billboards, however, I prefer to harass children. Additionally, try your hand at being Banksy. We're actually going to speed up the footage here because as I was playing through, turns out being Banksy is really hard. And, well, I gave up after one letter. In just a second, we can sit back and admire my work. Behold, an H. Now, of course, there is plenty of propaganda around your town. Make sure to take down any materials from your political detractors. As you can see here, our bird is tearing down all the yard signs in this conspiracist house. Of course, we can't have a game about pigeons without poop. However, in our game, poop is not just poop. Instead, it has a wide variety of applications. In a classic move, distract the townsfolk and stink up the town in order to gain an upper hand. However, thanks to highly advanced nanotechnologies, you have the ability to track citizens you poop on and capture on camera. Sit back and enjoy the hard-earned fruits of your labor, browsing the gallery, and perusing their profiles. Finally, don't forget, you are on a mission. Ruin the speech. Prevent the mayor's re-election. Will you succeed? Playbirds aren't real to find out. Thank you so much, guys. Up next, we will have our trailer. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out here today. Thank you to the team, too, for an amazing year of hard work. Please come find us in the SCA Gallery to give our game a try. It will also be available on itch for download. Next up, in a bit of a change of pace, we've got a thrilling detective tale, introducing E from Eye for Eye.
Thank you, Coco, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is E, and I am the director of Eye for Eye. Eye for Eye is a first-person detective adventure puzzle game with retro graphics. It takes place in a futuristic dystopia where everyone has a brain chip installed for the betterment of society. You play as Hazel, a struggling detective tasked with solving a mysterious missing daughter case in a Victorian mansion mysteriously inside of a high-tech company complex. And as you investigate, you realize the whole case is not what it seems. Here's our trailer.
I need your help finding my daughter, Hannah. She's missing.
No one should ever have to live like this.
Thank you so much. Please stop by our demo station in the SCA gallery to play our demo, and be sure to wishlist Eye for Eye on Steam. And next up is an amazing game called Manas, presented by Omar.
Hi everyone, my name is Omar Urayumov, and I'm the creative director of Manas, a 3D third-person action-adventure game inspired by the Epic of Manas, a treasured artifact from my own Central Asian culture. In Manas, you'll take on the role of the legendary hero of the Kyrgyz people as you defend your nomadic village from an attack by an invading conqueror, alongside your faithful steed, Akula. Let's get into some gameplay.
Face me in the ring, father.
At this point in the game, Manas and his father Jakip have finished riding into the village while discussing the incoming invasion. Jakip wishes for Manas to flee, as he feels that Manas is not yet ready to take on the challenge. But Manas refuses and challenges his father to a sparring match to prove himself. Our game is inspired by the Epic of Manas, the longest epic poem in the world and the national epic of Kyrgyzstan. The epic details Manas's journey as he seeks to find and reunite the 40 scattered tribes of the Kyrgyz people and establish a Kyrgyz nation.
Let me show you what I can do.
The epic can sometimes take days at a time to perform, and they are oral performances.
Well struck, Manas. Clearly the lion is with you. Aye. Don't tell me my son wastes your time as well. The spirits brought me here, old friend. A great trial is before us, and Manas must be prepared.
Our project adapts the very beginning of the epic in Manas's youth, before he becomes the hero he's now known as. If we adapt his first great challenge, the invasion of his home village and the reason he must leave to set out on his journey.
Manas, draw your bow. They're coming down the hill.
As Manas, you're tasked with defending your village and the villagers from the incoming invaders, using a combination of both on-foot and horseback combat, using sword and bow.
Manas! Get to Aquila and run! Hi! They're coming! Where's my daughter?
Manas's strength is granted to him through blessings by the three animal spirits, the lion, the falcon, and the tiger, who the player can call upon for aid in battle.
Kai, come with me! Let the lion guide your strikes, and I shall follow. The lion within!
Our team has worked hard over the past year to bring this underrepresented culture and region to life, and we're proud to be the first AGP student team to build our project in Unreal Engine 5. We've been able to recreate the beautiful Central Asian landscape, as well as record a live soundtrack featuring authentic Kyrgyz national instruments. That was our gameplay. Let's get into the trailer. Thank you for coming out here today. Come check us out at the SCA Gallery and find us for download for free on itch.io. Up next, we've got Adam with Try Again.
Hi, everyone. My name's Adam Marina. I'm the director of Try Again. Thank you all for coming. We're really, really excited to be closing the show. So Try Again is a 2.5D fast-paced platformer where you play as a test character named Benny, who's been stuck in an unfinished game for a very, very long time by a mysterious figure, called the Designer. The Designer is up against a deadline for her publisher, which means it's Benny's last day as a test character and finally his time to become the main character. Get Benny out of the test facility once and for all. And let's watch some gameplay.
Hello? Yes, this is Sophie. Yeah, of course. I've been working nonstop on the game. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Oh, you're coming here tomorrow. Damn it! Benny, wake up right now. Benny, let's go. Come on, man. We don't have all day.
Oh. Hey.
My publisher is coming tomorrow, so we need to run through this last test build.
Do I have a choice?
Okay, you are not hearing me. I said today is your last day as a test dummy. So first of all, you're welcome.
Wait, really? Oh, finally! I'm gonna be the lead character in a video game.
Checkpoint system implemented.
Hey!
What? What's wrong?
You wanna make this faster? Maybe cut some of these jumps.
Okay. Solid suggestion. Container above. Oh! You okay? Okay, do you like this camera angle, right? Because I feel like, I think it adds juice, right?
Juice? What the hell does that mean? You didn't update this bridge at all?
What do you call that?
Yeah, wall running though? Haven't you already made this redundant?
Redundant, seriously? You think this is redundant? Whatever, you think nothing I make is original. You know what? Fine, I'm starting the section over.
What the hell are you doing? Please stop! That... Oh, I hated that.
Well, aren't you glad to respawn in the train?
Oh, respawning sucks. Where am I?
Surprise! A brand new section to test.
Wait, so now I'm on a subway. This doesn't make any sense.
Ooh, let me try something.
Seriously?
So if I take the shipping containers and combine them with the conveyor belts and have the subway cars moving, yes! Okay, there is no way anyone has seen anything like this before.
Hey! Hello! I see you're satisfied. Everything works great. Can I move to the next build now? Whoa. Wait. Wait, are these all me? Where am I?
Look, Benny, the game still needs a few more tweaks. You need a few more tweaks.
I'm confused. You said it was my last day.
It is. For your character model. I have to replace it with something more final.
You lied to me. How long have I been doing this?
I've been working on this game for 4 years.
4 years?
Okay, well, some games take 10.
No. You know what? I'm not waiting around for that. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here right now.
Cool. I want to give a massive shout out to our amazing voice actors, Stephanie Kurbis and Nolan North, who killed that. So yeah, let's watch the trailer. Woo!
I've been working on this game for 4 years. My publisher is coming tomorrow, so we need to run through this last test build.
Do I have a choice?
I said, today is your last day as a test dummy. First of all, you're welcome.
Finally, I'm gonna be the lead character in a video game.
I just hope it works. I'm sorry, Benny, but I can't let you go.
Thank you. You can play the game and try to beat the dev times at the Fox stage. And now to introduce the chair of IMGD and the director of USC Games, Danny Bilson.
All right, if I'm up here, that must be this thing is over and we're gonna get the party started. But not yet. I want to do one thing. Can we get all the lights up? For 1 second, 1 minute. Thank you. I would like all of the faculty and staff of USC Games to stand up who supported these students. Stand up, everybody. I would like the Dean of Cinematic Arts, my boss, Elizabeth Daly, to stand up, because without her support, none of this would happen. I want to congratulate Professor Dennis Wixon on his retirement. Dennis. Thank you, everyone, for showing up today. The party's about to start over on the stages all over SCA. We've got our first themed entertainment project of Alice in Wonderland mini golf on the lawn. That's going to be insane. And thank you all, and every single game team, stay here for photos. Everybody else, go have a blast.